Listen deeply, radiant soul, for there is a quiet shift echoing through the fabric of this month, a pulse in the unseen that you may have already felt in the way your thoughts wander differently, in the way your heart feels called to something greater. This is not imagination, this is not coincidence, this is a rare alignment that has been long foretold, not only in the silent wisdom of Buddhist sages, but in the cryptic verses of Nostradamus and the luminous visions of Baba Vanga. They spoke of a time when the balance between heaven and earth would tilt, and a door invisible to most would swing open for the prepared few. That time is here. Welcome to old Buddhist philosophy, where we walk in the space between silence and speech, between the seen and the unseen. Here, we do not chase luck, as if it were running from us. We invite it, align with it, become it. The ancients knew that numbers are not mere quantities, they are living frequencies, each carrying a vibration that can call events into form. The Buddha once said, "Our life is shaped by our mind, we become what we think." In the same way, your alignment with the right vibration can shape your destiny, opening the flow of abundance both within and around you. But understand this. The universe does not hand its treasures to those who are asleep. This moment is not only about wealth, it is about awakening, about stepping into the version of yourself that has been hidden behind layers of doubt, habit, and fear. If you have felt trapped in repeating cycles, as though your days have been echoing the same lessons, then perhaps you have been in the final stage of a karmic completion, the part just before the breakthrough. Baba Vanga said, "There comes a time when even the smallest light will reveal what the shadows tried to hide. That light may already be flickering in your soul." In numerology, this period carries the vibration of 3, the sacred triad of creation, mind, body and spirit, aligning toward a single intention. It also resonates with 8, the number of infinite cycles, where endings are not final but gateways to new beginnings. This is why certain people, and yes, certain zodiac signs, will feel a sudden pull toward a new path in these months. The stars are not simply moving, they are humming in harmony with the deepest rhythms of your spirit. So pause. Let the noise of the world fade for a moment. Ask yourself, what am I being called to create in this season of my life? Which old pattern is ready to be released, so that a new energy can take its place? If abundance knocked on my door today, would I be ready to welcome it without fear? If your heart says yes, then speak it into the universe, declare it below. I am aligned with abundance. I am open to receive. I trust the timing of my life. Remember, the second half of 2025 will not simply bring change, it will rearrange destinies. Nostradamus wrote of seasons where fortune would arrive like a tide, quietly at first, then with unstoppable force, transforming the lives of those ready to step forward. And Baba Vanga's prophecy speaks of a light in the darkness that will guide seekers toward both material success and spiritual peace. This is not a season to sleepwalk through, this is a season to awaken with intention. The question is no longer, will change come? The question is, will you be awake when it does? Cancer, the emotional architect of transformation. Cancer, ancient keeper of the tides, the moment you have quietly sensed for months has now arrived. This is not a mere chapter turning, it is the rewriting of your entire book. You, more than any other sign, feel the subtle stirrings of fate before the world notices them. You notice the shift in the air before the storm comes. You sense the undercurrent before the river bends. You read the language of silence before a word is spoken. But this time, Cancer, the change is not passing you, it is becoming you. In the sacred mathematics of numerology, the vibration of 7, the seeker's number, steps forward in your life now, guiding you inward to find the truths that will set the course of your outward destiny. Alongside it, the 8 rises, the number of infinite cycles, calling you to break old karmic loops and step into your role as creator rather than caretaker. And hovering just above these is the energy of 2, the harmonizer, urging you to balance the deep waters of your emotions with the clear skies of reason. Together, these numbers form a spiritual equation for rebirth. Nostradamus once wrote of a season when the waters of the soul would rise, not to drown, but to cleanse, a time when those ruled by the moon's pull would emerge from their shells, walking in the world with their truest selves uncovered. And Baba Vanga, in her quiet visions, saw a year when the intuitive would remember gifts they had forgotten, abilities carried from other lifetimes that would awaken suddenly, as though they had been waiting for this exact moment. Cancer, this is the prophecy touching your path now. The transformation coming for you is not cosmetic, it is structural. Your routines, priorities, relationships, and even the image you hold of yourself are being rewritten from the inside out. The comfort zones that once felt like safe harbors may now feel like cages. The people or habits you once leaned on may now feel like weights holding you to a shoreline you no longer belong to. This is not loss, this is clearing. The universe is making space for the currents that are on their way, new opportunities you could not have planned, allies who will appear in perfect timing, and moments that feel less like chance and more like the unfolding of a script written long before you were born. Dreams may become more vivid now, layered with symbols, water flowing upward, moons glowing in strange colors, bridges you walk across but never return to. These are not random visions, they are maps. Pay attention. The numerology of 3, the number of creation and manifestation, joins your energy here, reminding you that every thought, every belief, every choice you make now is a seed planted in the soil of your future. Yet the sea will test you before it delivers you. Your gift has always been depth of feeling, but the same waters that heal can also drown if they are not navigated with wisdom. Buddha taught, do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. This transformation asks you to let your emotions move you without letting them control you. Trust your sensitivity, but let clarity hold the compass. By the time 2025 reaches its closing chapters, the world you walk in will mirror the world you have built within. Recognition will come, but not as a trophy. It will be the reflection of your courage to live aligned with your truest self. Emotional peace will no longer be something you chase. It will be the ground you walk on. So pause here, Cancer, and ask yourself, which patterns have I been clinging to that I know, in truth, I must release? If I stepped fully into my higher self today, what would I leave behind without hesitation? Am I willing to let go of the familiar shore and trust the deeper waters calling me? What vision has been waiting quietly in my heart, and what would happen if I finally followed it? If your soul answers yes, then speak it aloud, write it in the comments, and send it into the flow of the universe. I am ready to rise. I trust my transformation. I welcome the life that is waiting for me. August is not the peak. It is the tide beginning to turn. The moon, your celestial ruler, has shifted in its pull, and the ocean within you answers. This year will not simply pass through you, it will be built by you. And in the decades ahead, when you look back on this moment, you will see it not as a small step, but as the sacred threshold where the soul you truly are finally stepped forward. Leo, the silent guardian, awakens. Leo, the stars have turned their gaze toward you, and in their timeless silence, they speak your name. This is not the roar of a lion seeking to be heard. It is the deep, steady heartbeat of a soul that has finally found its rhythm. You were not born for the noise. You were born for the resonance. This moment is not about being seen. It is about being felt. It is the sacred hour where your presence becomes more than personality. It becomes medicine, guidance, and light. For years, you've been the fire that warms others, sometimes without them even knowing the source. You've lit torches in the dark for those too afraid to move forward. But this new cycle asks something greater from you. not just the spark, but the steady flame. The universe is placing in your hands a responsibility few are trusted with, to guide, not just to shine. This is the quiet coronation, the moment the crown is felt, rather than worn. In the realm of cosmic alignments, Nostradamus spoke of leaders who would rise not through conquest, but through the sheer gravity of their spirit. Baba Vanga whispered of those whose light would hold nations together when fear threatened to fracture them. This is the prophecy you step into, not one of grandeur for its own sake, but of purpose so pure it cannot be mistaken. Your roar will not be a sound this time, Leo. It will be an atmosphere, a silent force that shifts everything it touches. Financial abundance will flow to you, yes, but understand this. It is no longer the prize. It is the byproduct. When your inner and outer selves align, when your leadership flows from love rather than ego, when your actions echo truth rather than desire for recognition, the world responds with resources, opportunities, and blessings. You will not have to chase. You will attract. You will not have to prove. You will simply be. But with this rise comes the sacred discipline of humility. The Leo who seeks applause fades quickly. The Leo who walks with quiet strength shapes centuries. Ground yourself in stillness so the power you hold does not consume you. Move slowly enough to hear the whispers of your own soul between the noise of the world. When doubt comes, remember, your worth is not in the crown others see, but in the way your presence makes others feel safe to dream again. So, walk forward now, silent guardian. The path ahead is lit, not by the spotlight, but by the light within you. Lead with love, guard with compassion. Stand not above the people, but among them, and they will follow without you needing to ask. This is your time, Leo, not to prove, but to fully, fiercely, fearlessly. And when your name is spoken in the quiet spaces of people's hearts, it will be with gratitude, not just admiration. Tell me, Leo, will you rise for yourself, or will you rise for the world that has been waiting for you? Number 26. The Balanced Path. 26 walks softly through the corridors of life, like a monk at dawn, leaving no disturbance in its wake, yet carrying a quiet, unshakable strength. It does not chase glory in the marketplace of noise, nor does it hide in the caves of stillness. It is the middle path, the golden bridge between the two extremes. In its essence, 26 is the meeting of wisdom and compassion, ambition and peace, progress and rest. It whispers that we need not burn ourselves out to achieve greatness, nor turn away from the world to find serenity. In the language of numbers, 2 is the moonlit guardian of harmony, a number that listens deeply before it speaks. It brings diplomacy, intuition, and the ability to read the silent truths between words. 6, its companion, is the warm hearth-fire of responsibility, the gentle healer, the protector of what is sacred. Together, 2 and 6 weave a tapestry that is neither hurried nor stagnant, but perfectly paced, like the rhythm of breath in meditation, in and out, steady and sure. In Buddhism, the middle way is the art of walking between desire and denial, between indulgence and deprivation. It is not about compromise, but about clarity, choosing not the extremes, but the truth that lies beyond them. The number 26 carries this wisdom like a lamp in the night, reminding us that life is not a race to the summit, but a mindful pilgrimage, where every step is both destination and journey. It is the discipline to keep moving, without haste, and the courage to rest without guilt. Astrologically, 26 resonates with the grounding influence of Saturn, the great teacher of time. Saturn asks us to plant seeds, not for the next harvest, but for the generations yet unborn. It urges us to align our ambitions with integrity, to measure our growth, not in numbers or titles, but in the quiet satisfaction of a well-lived day. August, under Saturn's gaze, is the perfect time to build with care, to choose quality over speed, and to infuse every action with meaning. Nostradamus once wrote of a time when balance will be the rarest treasure. In a world where everything screams for urgency, the one who walks slowly, yet deliberately becomes a living prophecy. Baba Vanga, too, spoke of energies that would test our ability to remain centered, storms of opportunity that could sweep us away if we forget our grounding. 26 is the anchor in these waters, the reminder that success built without peace is just another form of poverty. So, as this number graces your path in August, pause, breathe, feel the ground beneath you and the sky above you. Remember that your life is not measured only by how far you've traveled, but by the state of your heart when you arrive. Walk in balance, and you will find that the destination has been walking toward you all along. Where in your life could you slow down, not to lose momentum, but to find the kind of balance that makes every step feel like home? Number 30, the gateway to renewal. 30 does not come crashing like a storm. It arrives like the first light of dawn after a long night, soft, golden, and inevitable. It does not demand your attention through chaos, but through quiet truth. It leans close and whispers, "This chapter is complete, and a new one waits for you beyond the horizon." In Buddhist wisdom, all things arise, bloom, and dissolve, each ending carrying within it the seed of a beginning. And so the 30 energy is not destruction, but gentle release, a loving reset from the universe itself. The number 3 breathes creativity, truth, and the courage to speak your heart's language. 0, the great circle, holds infinite potential, the uncarved block, the still pond before the first ripple. Together, they form a sacred doorway, a liminal threshold, where you stand barefoot, carrying both the weight of your past and the lightness of what could be. In this place, you are asked to look inward, to ask with honesty, what no longer nourishes my soul? In August, as the lunar eclipse washes the sky in a strange silver shadow, the power of 30 is magnified. Eclipses are cosmic erasers. They dissolve illusions, remove veils, and lay bare the truths you've been avoiding. Under this influence, you may feel sudden clarity about relationships that no longer walk in step with your path, work that no longer aligns with your spirit, or habits that quietly erode your peace. The letting go may sting, but it will also liberate you. Transformation under 30's guidance does not happen in one grand leap. It begins with a single, honest declaration. I am ready to let go of, and in that moment of release, space opens, space for the new, space for the miraculous, space for the self you have always been becoming. This is the gateway, not of escape, but of return. Remember, the river does not cling to the stone it once flowed around. It continues onward, shaping new paths, singing new songs. So too will you. The ending you fear is the same current that carries you toward your next great shore. What is the one thing you are finally ready to release so that the new chapter of your life can begin? The bonus number 35, the bridge of transformation. You have journeyed through each vibration, breathed in the meaning of every sacred number, and still you remain patient, attentive, open. This alone tells me something profound. Your spirit is ready to receive the final key, the hidden bridge that links who you have been to who you are becoming. That bridge is the number. In the wisdom of numerology, 3 is the unshackled song of creativity, a current of pure expression that flows from the heart into the world. It is the poet's pen, the artist's brush, the soul's laughter spilling into form. 5, in contrast, is the bold and untamed wind of change, fearless, restless, refusing to remain confined by yesterday's boundaries. And when these two energies stand together, they do not clash. They weave a harmonious current, a force that moves you forward with courage guided by wisdom. Seers and mystics have long spoken of the number 35 as a vibration of evolution, Not chaotic leaps into the unknown, but transformation that is deliberate, sacred, and true to your essence. It is the quiet decision to no longer wear a mask. It is the moment you choose authenticity over approval. It is the bridge where your past meets your purpose, and together they step into the light of what is next. In the shifting tides of 2025, where change flows like an unpredictable river, the energy of 35 offers you not panic, but perspective. It grants you the vision to see the bigger picture even when the details are uncertain, and the grounding to plant your feet firmly in truth, while the winds of change swirl around you. Like the middle point of a breath between inhale and exhale, it holds you steady in the balance of letting go and becoming. Buddhist teachings remind us that change is never painful, only resistance to change is painful. The bridge of 35 does not ask you to force a leap. It invites you to walk steadily, with faith, toward the life that is already waiting for you. This is not about chasing something outside yourself. It is about unveiling the wholeness you have carried all along. So breathe deeply and ask yourself now, what one change, if I truly committed to it, could transform my life forever? Share it in the comments, not as a wish, but as a declaration. Let the world witness the bridge you are ready to cross. The universe does not scatter signs like leaves in the wind, drifting without meaning. No, it moves with purpose. Each number, each whisper, each ripple in the unseen is placed upon your path with intention. These sacred numbers have found you not by chance, but because the vibration of your soul is now in harmony with the current of change. It is a quiet calling, yet undeniable, an ancient drumbeat within the marrow of your being, urging you to rise. So breathe deeply, not with the hurried breath of survival, but with the full, grounding inhale of one who is awakening. Feel the air fill your chest, like the first light touching the mountains at dawn. Ask yourself, not in haste, but in stillness, am I ready to step beyond the threshold of my old self? Am I ready to walk into the life that has been waiting for me all along? In the wisdom of the Buddha, it is said, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Perhaps these numbers are that teacher, not of flesh, but of energy. Perhaps they are the hand reaching from the unseen, guiding you toward your higher path. And when your heart whispers yes, you do not just move, you begin to transform. So let this be your declaration, spoken not just with your lips, but with your entire being. I welcome success, I welcome abundance, I welcome transformation. With these words, you plant a seed in the fertile soil of the universe, and as the days unfold, the winds will carry blessings to you that you cannot yet imagine. The journey has already begun, dear soul. The path is opening, and with each step, you are no longer who you were, but who you are becoming, and in that becoming lies the beauty of your true life. Now tell me, in the comments below, what is the first thing you will welcome into your life when the door to your new chapter swings wide open?